Did India just lose its best friend, or did the US just pull off the biggest regime change of the decade right under our noses? While you were sleeping, the map of South Asia just changed forever. On February 12, 2026, Bangladesh didn't just have an election, it had a funeral for the older order. The results are in, and they are honestly terrifying for some and a dream come true for others. If you think this is just about another country voting, you are dead wrong. This is about spies, bandit parties, and a massive middle finger to New Delhi. Stay till the end because I'm going to show you exactly how the deep state played this game. Why your borders might not be safe anymore, and how a man who lived in London for 17 years just became the most powerful person in our neighborhood. Let's be real, this wasn't a normal election. Imagine a race where the fastest runner is banned for entering the stadium. That was happened to Awami League. For 15 years, Sheikh Hasina ran the show. Love her or hate her, she was India's ride or die. But after the 2024 uprising, she fled to India. And in 2026, her party was legally banned from competing. 127 million people were eligible to vote, but they had to pick from a list that didn't include the former ruling party. The BNP, Bangladesh National Party, the big winners, they secured a massive two-thirds majority, which is 212 seats out of 300. They are led by Tarique Rahman, who literally just returned from exile in the UK a few weeks before the vote. Next one, Jamaat-e-Islami. This is the party that will trigger a lot of people. These guys are super religious and historically very close to Pakistan. They won 68 seats and their best performance in history. They are no longer just a side party. They are now the main opposition and a massive force in the streets. Last but not least, National Citizen Party, NCP. These were the student leaders, the Gen Z heroes of the revolution. Everyone thought that they had lead the new Bangladesh, but they crushed, winning only 6 seats. It turns out protests don't always turn into votes. The result, the BNP didn't just win, they wiped the floor. But ask yourself, was it because the people loved them? Or because the system made sure they were the only option? Now let's talk about the White House in the room. Why does the US suddenly care so much about democracy in Bangladesh while ignoring it in other parts of the world? The rumors on the street and many analysts are now pointing to it is that Washington wanted Hasina out. And why? Because she said no to US strategic demands in the Bay of Bengal and stayed too close to India and China. By supporting the interim government of Muhammad Yunus and putting immense pressure on the old regime, the US essentially cleared the path for the BNP. Is it rigged? If you use soft power and NGOs to fund the protests that bring a government down, well, some says yes. If you're in India, this is should make you very nervous. If the US can flip a government right next door to you, who is next on their list? This was a regime change disguised as a democratic reset. This is where it get messy for India. For 15 years, the border was mostly peaceful. Now, the golden era is dead and buried. The new winners aren't fans of New Delhi. They feel India treated Bangladesh like a colony by supporting Hasina for so long. Then there's the Pakistan connection. Expect a massive pivot. We are already hearing talk about direct sea routes to Karachi and buying military gear from Pakistan. For the first time in decades, Islamabad and Dhaka are acting like brothers again. The China factor. The Beijing is sitting there with a massive checkbook. They want to build ports and infrastructure that India simply can't afford. If the new BNP government says yes to China's string of pearls strategy, India is officially surrounded. If you live in the West Bengal, Assam, or Tripura, pay attention. The new government is already demanding that India hand over Sheikh Hasina for a penalty trial. If India say yes, they look like they have betrayed their most loyal friend. If India says no, relations will freeze. Plus, history repeat itself, guys. The last time the and Jamaat alliance was in power, which is 2001 to 2006, anti-Indian militant groups had safe houses all over Bangladesh. If those camps reopen, the security of India's northeast is in grave danger. We are looking at a potential rise in infiltration and border tension that we haven't seen in 40 years. We are talking about a 4,096 kilometer border that is now a massive security question mark. So here is the truth nobody wants to say. Bangladesh is no longer the stable partner India thought it was. It's now a playground for global superpowers. India's influence in its own backyard has been guttered. The 2026 election wasn't just a vote, it was a total reconfiguration of South Asian power. If we don't wake up, we are going to be the ones paying the price for this new Bangladesh. But hey, what do you think? Was this a fair win for the people or a US battle trap to corner India? Drop your comments below. I know this is going to be get heater, so let's get into it.